Hello, and welcome back to my Road to Sub 3 series. It's week 4, and this week has been a long, tough week. I'm going to go over quite a lot in this episode, so it might be a lengthy one. First of all, I've spent a lot of time this week really tracking my calories and macros just to show you guys what I eat during a week of marathon training. I'm not a nutritionist of any kind, so don't think that you should try and copy anything that I eat. I'm just going off what I think is a healthy diet. Yeah, definitely don't come to me looking for a diet plan that's going to get you results, because it's probably way off. So yeah, don't do that. I've also tried to make a few upgrades to the video quality, including this little microphone, which should help quite a lot with the audio quality, especially in this room. And also I've managed to fix the squeaky chair, because I watched my videos back and realized how bad that was. So yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, finally we got to try out the Alpha Flies, which I've been looking forward to trying for a little while. I've had them just sitting in the box. I took them on a treadmill session, so I'll give you my thoughts on these later in the video. Straight into it. Day one, I didn't actually have any running for that day, but I did take some videos of the food that I made and ate. So I'm going to go through that now, and then at the end of the video I'll show a total of in and out calories per day, and then also an average and macros and things like that. So I start every day pretty much with a black coffee and my vitamin stack, which I have as omega-3 fish oil, cod liver oil, glucosamine and a multivitamin, and I'll get that down and then start work. Usually I won't eat then till lunch, which today we've got ramen with some leftover vegetables and also a couple of eggs. The leftover vegetables was just coleslaw mix that I hadn't used. I added all that together and then just waft that down. For dinner I had this leftover paneer curry with kale, peas and some other vegetables. As I didn't have to cook anything that day, I thought it'd be a good idea to make some pickled cucumbers as snacks for the week. So chopping up some cucumbers, give the ends to my dogs, they absolutely love it. So now we're going to chuck all the dill and cucumber into the jar and just layer it along with some garlic. Then we're going to move on to making the brine. So for the brine I did 1 cup of vinegar, 1 cup of water, some bay leaves, some cloves, some mustard seeds, quite a bit of chili flakes because I like it spicy, and then some black peppercorns and 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt. Just bring that to a simmer, and once simmering, pour it straight into the jar. Just make sure that the jar is heat proof, you don't want it to explode from the heat. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just pop the lid on. You can either wait about 40 minutes or so and they should be good to eat, but I like to put them in the fridge and leave them for a few days so that they really turn into pickles and lose that cucumber taste, because I actually don't like cucumbers. I like pickled cucumbers, but no, cucumbers on their own can go in the bin.
Ooh, pretty pickles, ooh, pretty pickles.
After dinner, my wife made me this absolutely amazing Lindor chocolate cake, which was all molten in the middle, and we put a bit of cream on top of that as well. So yeah, nice little naughty treat to finish day one, which was a rest day. Day two, and we're starting out again with some of the food that I made. I did the track session in the evening, so yeah, during the day I made all the food, so I'll show you that now and then we'll go over the track session at the end. Day two, and I've actually got some healthy stuff for lunch today. We've got some couscous, and we're going to make a Greek/Mediterranean inspired salad, so click for UV magic to chop everything up. We've got some corn, mint, spring onions, red pepper and chopped olives. And we've also got a can of chickpeas, going to mix that all together, and then for dressing I'm just going to add in some yogurt, some salt and some pepper. Give it all a good mix up, and that could just sit in the fridge for a few days. And yeah, just serve it over some lettuce. I put a few extra olives and some jalapenos on mine, and then ate that with a kiwi. Some more cooking movie magic for you here. I didn't want to just spend ages recording me chopping, but today we're making jambalaya for dinner, which we'll have tomorrow as well. So just going to fry off some chicken with some seasoning, and then in another pan we're going to fry off some chorizo sausage. That's going to release a load of oil, so I'm going to take the chorizo out once it's done, and then cook all the vegetables in that oil with just a bit of salt. Once they've fried off a bit, I'll add some garlic and chili, and then add the rice, give that a nice stir just to brown off a bit. Eat a bit of chorizo while you wait. Then add some spices. We've got black pepper, oregano, all-purpose seasoning, smoked paprika and normal paprika. Then we're also going to add in some sweet corn and some peas, which I actually forgot and added that later, 2 tins of tomatoes and a stock cube. Add a little bit more water as well to make sure everything's covered, and then we'll add the meat back to the pan and give it another good stir. Make sure to scrape off all the fond from the chicken pan. That is a lot of flavour that you'll be missing out on otherwise. There's the peas. Make sure there is still enough water. Tidy up while that comes to simmer, and then once it's simmering you want to just pop the lid on, turn the heat all the way down, leave it for 10 minutes on the heat, then turn it off, but don't take that lid off, and another 10 minutes just to let the rice steam. I wasn't actually able to eat this as I cooked it. I was off for a track session, so I'm just having a coffee and getting a protein shake ready for afterwards. Here it is, all cooked, nice and fluffed up, and this is what I served up for my wife after getting my clothes on and going to track session. So we're on day 2 of week 4 now. I've just finished cooking dinner, but not eating yet. I'll eat when I get home from my run. I'm just about to drive over to the Pitsea Running Club and do track for the first time this year. So it's 400s, I think we've got 12 sets, so should be fun. I'll let you know how it goes after. Track session done. We did 12 times 400 meters with 200 meter rest. I was going to try and really push it today and do the 400 meters in about 1 minute 12, which would have put me at about 3-minute kilometer pace, but it was, oh my god, it was so icy on the track. I could have ice skated on there. It was awful, so I was a bit slower on that because I couldn't really open up my stride without slipping too much. So yeah, we did them about, I mean, I'll throw it up on screen, but the laps sort of started around 1:20, then went up to 1:30, and I think the last couple I did a bit quicker, about 1:17, something like that. So yeah, happy with the way it went, even though it was icy. But yeah, hopefully next week it won't be so cold and we can put our foot down a bit more. Day 3 of week 4, and I feel tired this morning. I didn't really want to get out of bed. We're going to try and get the running before I start work today, so yeah, going out not super early but fairly early. It's only 8k, but I've really had to drag myself out the door today. It's just one of those days, but yeah, just gonna go get it done, be done with it for the day, and then tomorrow we can do a bit of a harder one. I don't know how many other people out there, maybe even some people watching. I imagine it's not only me who gets this feeling of not wanting to get out some days and run, but yeah, you just gotta get yourself out the door, get going, get it done, otherwise you'll fall behind and you won't hit your goals. So yeah, some days it's hard, but you just have to put up with it. I mean, today's just an easy run for me, short one too, but yeah, I struggled this morning. I really didn't want to walk out the door in the cold. It's frozen on the floor still, everything's cold. But we're out here, we're getting it done, and we're about halfway through, so just going to finish up, go home, start work, and then relax once I've finished. Wish me luck. Taking a turn and ended up off road. Oops. I think we're nearly back to the road. Oh yeah, there it is. That's the run over for day 3, and I'm glad it's over. I'm freezing. I'm going to go warm up. We've got a bit of a faster one tomorrow, so hopefully I don't feel like this, but it should be alright for tomorrow. These sorts of feelings usually go away. So day 3 was a tough one for me, as you saw. I sometimes have these days where I really struggle to get going and get motivated, but yeah, we got out the door, we got the run done, and then we went on to have some nice food. So yeah, it all worked out in the end. But as I said at the start of this series, I wanted to show everyone that marathon training, especially when you've got it structured, isn't always going to go to plan, isn't always going to feel good. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. So I think it's important to show people that you can have bad days, as long as you still get out there and do something, you'll be okay. Even skipping a session if you really need to is okay. Just obviously try and make it up if you can. If you can't, don't stress too much about it. But yeah, the important thing is to make sure that you feel okay in yourself, and yeah, just get done what you can get done. For lunch this day, we're having the salad again with half a mango, and then my wife got some cupcakes from her work colleagues, so had one of them with a coffee to finish off my lunch. And then for dinner, we're just having the leftover jambalaya. I was still really hungry and needed some protein, so decided to have some egg and pita bread. It sounds really boring. It's just a quick way to get some calories in, some protein in as well, and then also replenish the carbs a little bit. So add some eggs and egg whites, cover the pan, and just let it cook. I really overcooked these eggs, but oh well, it was just going to get eaten in about 2 seconds anyway. So yeah, just whacked that together, a little bit of mayonnaise, and it was all good. I was still hungry after that, so had one of these cup of soups, which are a nice little cheat code to fill up if you're still hungry in the evening. I don't know if anyone else likes soup as much as I do, but yeah, it's a good way to keep full. Must be having deja vu because I'm starting today with another coffee and vitamins, sorting out my chair because it was squeaking fiercely, and then having the same lunch and another cupcake because we need to get rid of them. I had a harder session today, so decided to fuel up during the day with a skewer bowl, which just had some dates, dark chocolate and granola. So yeah, good fuel for a run. So it's day 4, week 4, and today we've got a bit of an exciting one. We're going to do 2 lots of 5k on the treadmill. I was going to do it outside, but it's too icy, keep slipping everywhere, I can't really keep the pace. So going to do it on the treadmill, 2 lots of 5k, going to try and aim for about 19 minutes for each. It's on the treadmill, so that's a bit quicker than I usually run, but trying to push that 5k time. So yeah, going to really give it a good push, and I think these might be my secret weapon. I've been really excited to give them a go. So yeah, I'm going to get in there, get it done, and then I'll keep you updated. This is gross. I don't know why the gym's so hot. Whew, so that's the workout done. I'm absolutely dripping with sweat. The first 5k went pretty well, felt a bit difficult, came in at about just over 19 minutes, which is kind of what I was going for, but I think I gave all my beans in that first 5k. The second 5k I sort of fell apart.
I did push the pace, and I did quite a lot of it at, say, 4 minutes kilometers, or even towards the end I was pushing it to about 3:30 a kilometer. But there were some bits in the middle where my legs just couldn't do it no more. I had to stop. I was hitting max heart rate. So yeah, it really took it out of me. We got there in the end, but it did come in at about 22 minutes, just over. So I'll throw it up on the screen here, the two splits. But yeah, I think that was probably a bit ambitious. And also the shoes, while good and I really like them, they definitely make me run a bit up on my foot, which is something I'm trying to get used to, but I'm not quite used to it yet. So I did feel like it was changing my running style a little bit for the best, but just because I'm not used to it, my legs were hurting a bit more than they usually were. So yeah, all in all, good session. Happy with the way it went. The first 5k was really good. I mean, it's quicker than my PB on road, so I can't be upset about that. Second one, I feel like it was more 1k intervals with some bits in the middle where I did rest. So still happy with the overall, but yeah, I'm gonna go home, have my dinner, and shower off because I am absolutely soaking wet. Also forgot to say, just as I've come to my car in the car park, gonna have a protein shake to get on top of the protein, because definitely need it after a session like that.
For dinner, I had some peri-peri chicken, corn on the cob, and it's this pile of mixed vegetables, which is surprisingly low calorie. Okay, so they were my initial thoughts about the shoe straight after the run. To give a bit more detail into what I was thinking about the shoe, primarily when I run and from looking from footage, I do sometimes land a little bit on the heel, which I know isn't efficient. I've been sort of trying to adjust my running form so that I run a bit more up on the forefoot, and also try and have my feet land under me and neutral. So yeah, these shoes really feel like they want me to run like this, which is brilliant for me because it's what I'm trying to do. I think that what I need to do though is really have a few good runs in these, some long runs, get used to the way they feel, because they're quite a lot different to some of the other shoes that I've worn. So yeah, I'm gonna take these out probably a few times before my Brentwood half marathon, and then hopefully I'll be ready to use them for Brighton. If I really start to not get on with them, then I still do have my Endorphin Elites that I will run in. So yeah, I've got some backups if these don't work out, but to give my brief conclusion, they are different, but I think they're going to be good for me. Good morning. It is day 5 of week 4, and I'm up nice and early, out for easy 12k, just to flush out the legs from yesterday's session. So yeah, definitely feeling it today, but just going to get this done nice and slow. It is a frosty morning. I'll show you some footage of it, but I'm up just in time for the sunrise. There's frost everywhere, things are frozen, but yeah, I'm gonna, where the mud's all frozen, I can go to this route today, which is actually quite nice. So yeah, I'll show you how it goes. I usually do my runs in the evening after work just because it's easier for me, but today after work I'm going to give blood for the first time, so I thought I better get up and do it early, because I don't think it's a good idea to exercise just before I give blood. So yeah, nice and early, get back and work, and then go give blood. We're coming up to this really nice little bridge with a waterfall on it, so I'll show you that. It's like a winter wonderland today. About to go to bridge number 2 with another little, not really waterfall, but built overflow. It really does look wintry today. There's a swan. I've never actually given blood before, or donated blood or plasma, so this is a new experience for me today. I'm sure it'll be okay. I don't want it to make me feel funny or anything, but I think I'm okay. I'm not scared of blood or anything. So yeah, we went to a doctor's appointment recently because we've got the baby on the way, and they were saying how it's quite likely that my wife might need a blood transfusion, which I already wanted to give blood. I'd already signed up, I just hadn't booked it. So after that I thought, right, I'm booking it in, and they had a last minute appointment today, so I'm gonna go get that done after work, give some back. Absolutely beautiful morning today. Frosty, chilly, but beautiful. Look at that sun behind me, right in the prom. Beautiful. 12k done. Oh, it is a proper cold, chilly morning, but beautiful with the sun. Just wish I'd doubled up on gloves at the top. So yeah, gonna go inside and warm up and then relax while I work until it's time to go drain my blood. Going in today again for the last of the salad and a kiwi and pickles. So yeah, I'll smash through that, and then I felt like I needed a little bit of boost in protein, so I had this collagen coffee, which is pretty good and low in calories. I then decided that it was probably good for me to get a bit more food and some iron in my body, so decided to have an egg and spinach wrap. Just because I'm giving blood, I thought it'd probably be a good idea to do that. I didn't want to turn up hungry and then feel a bit wheezy, but yeah, didn't burn the eggs this time. They were nice and runny. I was then off to go give blood. I had to fill out a waiver, test my iron levels, and then I was straight into the chair to give 470 mils of blood. I think that it was nice and easy. Everyone should go do it. It might save someone's life. For dinner, I'm having chicken again with vegetables and this nice pot of gravy that I made to go on the side. Day 6, and I really didn't have a good morning, to be honest with you. I woke up nice and early. It was cold outside, but that wasn't going to stop me from going to do the park run. My plan was to go down there, film the whole thing with the chest mount, and upload that as a separate video. What ended up happening was about 8:30, and so half an hour to go. I quickly checked, make sure that the park run was still on. They said it was on the night before. Saw that it was cancelled, so had to find the next closest one that was open, which was about a 20-minute drive. So I thought, if I leave right now, I'm just about able to get there. Didn't bring the chest strap, brought the GoPro, but forgot the strap. So thought, no problem, I'll just go run it and then give you my thoughts on it another time. So I drove to the next closest park run, which was South Woodham, and got there with just a minute to spare. It was 9 o'clock on the dot when I pulled up to the car park. So I thought I'll quickly put my car into a car parking space, and all of a sudden, bang, someone hit me in the side and dented my car. It was another guy doing the park run. So we sort of looked at each other and said, let's get to the park run, get it done, we'll meet back at the cars. Well, when I got back to the car, he wasn't there, and I waited for quite a while and he didn't turn up. His car was there, so I've got his details, but he didn't show back up. So left him a note with all my details and my phone number and said, please give me a call so we can discuss. But he's not called or texted me, so I don't have any of his details over his number plate. I think I'll still try and just get away without going through the insurance, but I'm going to have to see how bad it is. I mean, this is the dent, but it should pop out, I hope. I'll see. I don't know too much about cars. For the park run itself, I was actually quite surprised about how nice it was over there, even though it was completely frosted over. The scenery of this park run was amazing, and it was fairly flat as well. So it was a bit off road, but I can deal with that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely go back there, try and set a good time there. This week, I'd just come off the back of giving blood. It'd been quite a tough week for me, and then obviously someone hit my car a few minutes before, so I was not really in the right frame of mind, and my body wasn't in good shape, so just took it easy. I didn't want to overdo it, and the lack of blood in my body would make me fall over or collapse or something, so just took it nice and easy. Finished around 23 minutes, but yeah, I'm definitely coming back to set a good time there because I really liked it. Back home, and I'm fueling up with a bacon, mushroom and spinach omelette, and then for dinner that night I made a vegetarian spag bowl. Thought you wouldn't really want to keep seeing me cook, but yeah, it was really nice. It looks a lot better than it's come out in the video, but yeah, really enjoyed that. And then for dessert I had this a slice of this huge cookie pizza that my wife's friends brought over for us to congratulate us on the baby. So yeah, smashed that down. And then I also had another collagen coffee. This one was the mocha flavour, which I'd only just opened, and it was banging. I'll definitely be getting that again. It was so good and still low calorie. It's another frosty morning here in the UK, and I've got my long run today, so gonna start by having some electrolytes, another coffee and a yogurt bowl with some dates, chocolate, granola and a little bit of maple syrup. While I ate this, I also made some of my energy gels. I actually make my own energy gels and plan to hopefully one day start a company making them. I use a blend of multidextrin and dextrose, which I naturally flavour with things like cranberry and lemon juice. So yeah, mix all the powders into one bowl, add the juice, and then get that on the double boiler and start mixing. To make it a gel consistency, I use xanthan gum, which doesn't mix very well, as you'll come to see. So a little bit of boiling water in the jug, and then half a teaspoon of xanthan, and then give that a really good whisk until it all comes together and looks a little bit sus. That is definitely xanthan, I swear. I'm not putting anything else in there, definitely. But yeah, add that to the pan, give that a good mix. It will take a little while for all of the carbs and the xanthan to dissolve. Add a bit of lemon juice for some flavour. I think it really sharpens it up. And yeah, just keep mixing it until you get rid of all these lumps. And then once clear like this, what I'll do is I'll use a syringe to measure 100 mils for each gel. It is actually 2 gels into one pouch because I'm trying to use less plastic. I also reuse these as well. So yeah, squeezing 2 gels into one, and then I can take 2 on the go. Just squeeze out all the air, put the lid on, and then let that cool, and you're good to go. Cold one today. Okay, so we're on the last day of week 4 and we've got our long run today. We are 10k in to a 27k run, and the sun is shining lovely, but it is icy out still. I don't know what's going on with the weather this week, but it is completely frozen. So doubled up on top, doubled up on gloves, got some leggings on. Gonna keep nice and warm on this long run and just get it done. Just a nice easy one, no fast pace today. Just trying to get the kilometers in for the week. So because it's so icy, I've decided to come down to the coastal path, which is absolutely beautiful. But the main reason I've come this way is that
it's not on the frozen pavements, which I'm finding very difficult to run on at the moment. But this is a good compromise. It makes it a little bit different, a little bit more difficult as well, but you know, you got to pick either slip or rough terrain. So I think rough terrain's better today. So as you've seen through the entire video up till now, I've been tracking my calories this week and what I've eaten, just to show everyone what I usually eat during the week. And you've probably also seen I've had some days where I probably didn't feel very good, so sort of had a look at it last night to see if there was any correlation, and I definitely think there's a correlation between like, I could see that if I have a low calorie intake day, the next day I generally feel quite tired. So I think I need to even it out a bit more, try and be a bit more consistent and not have these low calorie days. But yeah, it's been good to see exactly how much I've been eating throughout the week, because I don't usually track calories like this. Halfway done on the long run. The first half just seemed to fly by, but where it's the coastal path, I just do half the run and then literally just turn around and run back. So just got to get home now. Should be nice and easy, I guess. Just another 13.5k. 22k done, just 5 left to go, and we're coming back into the main part of Malden now, so that means I'm nearly done. Just another 25 minutes or so and I'll be able to go home and warm up. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. And then go to a friend's house to have a roast dinner. I think they've made some cake as well, so should be a nice way to fuel back up. Boom, 27k done. That is week 4 done with. So yeah, the double up of the layers definitely helped a lot during this freezing time. So yeah, still a bit chilly. I'm going to go in, warm up, and then, as I say, I'm going out to a friend's house for dinner, so I'll be sure to throw that up on screen so you can see what that looks like, but I'm looking forward to it.
Before heading out, I had a protein shake, and today I used 2 scoops because it was a long run and I've burnt a lot of calories and need to really build some muscle. Then it was on to my friend's house for this banging roast dinner, banoffee pie, and I also had a glass of non-alcoholic Prosecco. And that finishes us off for the week. We finished on 75 kilometers. As I said, it was a long, tough week for me. I felt like everything was kind of non-stop. Tracking and filming for the calorie side of thing and the macro side of thing was really, to be honest, a pain in the arse. It's not something I usually do. I just sort of have a rough guess of calories and macros on the go, but as long as I'm not going way over or way under, I'm usually happy. But putting it all in a spreadsheet, which I'll throw up here so you can see everything for the week, was an absolute nightmare to make. I might do it again for another video, but probably not for a little while. I'll probably show you some more food and stuff that I eat during the process, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be tracking it accurately for a little while now. I forgot to say it while recording, but these figures are not 100% accurate, but pretty accurate. I've put a lot of work in trying to be as accurate as I can, but it can't be 100%. The reason why I am in such a deficit for a lot of these days is that I am trying to lose some weight leading up to the harder training week. So yeah, just want to shed that weight quickly. About 78 kilos, want to drop a bit, and then when I get into the hard weeks, I can really fuel and feel my best and put in my best effort for those sessions. On top of having to count everything that I ate and drank, I've also had the running, full-time job, and I've been making preparations for when my son arrives, which now won't be long. So had to do quite a bit around the house, and also had some doctor's appointments to go to. So yeah, there's been a lot going on this week. Having someone hit my car and almost missing the park run was not ideal, definitely added to the stress. Giving blood, while obviously was an optional thing that I did, did add a little bit more stress as well, because I had to get there after work. So yeah, it's all been a long, stressful week, and now I'm just wrapping up this video and I'm going to get some well-deserved rest. You can probably see how tired I look right now, but yeah, I'm going to get that all done, reset for tomorrow and start again. I don't mean to sound like I'm moaning here, just letting you know, obviously with marathon training it's not always easy for everyone, so sometimes it does get hard, but yeah, that's all I wanted to go over this week. I might try and pick a theme for next week again like this one. It definitely won't be food, but yeah, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, follow if you want to keep up with updates from me and see how the training's going. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching.